We're asking if Chelsea win tonight, to rank in order which clubs have had the better season. The 4 clubs are Arsenal, Spurs, Newcastle and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Right? So give me your ranking, because you said before the break you ranked it.
Yeah, so I've gone, if Chelsea win tonight, I've gone Chelsea 1.
So if Chelsea win tonight, that will be Conference League winners and Champions League via top 5.
Yeah, because they've got in their top 4, done well.
Okay.
Arsenal 2nd. Newcastle.
But why Arsenal 2nd?
Because they're 2nd in the Premier League.
No trophy.
Yeah, got deep into the Champions League. Newcastle 3rd. League Cup, obviously got in there last day of the season. I think, and Spurs 4th. Because obviously Newcastle won the trophy, Spurs 4th. Okay. I can't look past the 17th.
Okay. Now, hear me out. And genuinely, this is not me trying to wind you up. No, it's not. Okay. It's not. And I've got reasons for it. 4th, because I'll tell you why, all these teams have got Champions League football.
Okay.
So they're now all level.
Okay.
Right? In my head, this is how I worked it out. They're all level.
Okay, so performances to get to that level doesn't matter,
because it's all about Champions League. Okay. And they've all got it. No, I'm just telling you how my way of thinking. But yeah, okay. Right, okay. But they've all got Champions League, so now they're all level. So now I rate it on what else have you got.
Yeah.
Okay? So Arsenal got nothing. So they're 4th. Chelsea have got, I think, the worst of the 3 competitions as Conference League winners.
Okay. But I thought the performances in the league have been good.
All right. Newcastle, I think, have got the 2nd best trophy. That's the League Cup. And I think Spurs have got the best trophy of the 4 trophies on offer. So I'll put Spurs 1, Newcastle 2, Chelsea 3 and Arsenal 4.
Okay.
All right?
I don't agree with that at all. But
I know you don't. But I think they've got the best of the 4 trophies.
All right.
Who do you think's got the best of the 4 trophies?
Yes, the Europa League's probably the best.
That's why they've won for me.
No, but again, 17th in the table, 22 games lost.
Right.
Wow.
Let's go to the phone lines, 03717223384. This is all based on if Chelsea win tonight.
I think they will.
I think they will. Ralph is a Liverpool fan. Hi, Ralph.
Hey, Andy, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Benty, how are you?
I'm good, man. You?
Ralph, it sounds like you got like a sock over the mouthpiece. We can't really hear you that well.
I'm flicking from the headphones. All right, let me get it on now.
Get rid of the headphones.
Get rid of the headphones. They're useless.
Hold on. I'll do that.
Take time now. You done it? You done it? We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Ralph.
Ralph?
I mean, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, now we can.
Excellent. Right. Okay. So, my argument here, I do agree with Bent in terms of I think Arsenal have had a better season than Tottenham, even though they won a trophy, because I believe it's harder to get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League than it is to win this season's Europa League.
It was semi-finals, semi-finals.
Yeah, no, I know that, but I'm going one stage back even, Benji. So I'm even saying it's even harder to get into the quarterfinals of the Champions League than it is to win this season's Europa League.
Okay. Well, as a Liverpool fan, would you rather get semi-finals of the Champions League or win the Europa League?
I would rather, in terms of a trophy, yes, of course, I want to win the trophy, but...
That's why I've got Spurs above them.
No, we said successful, not better.
Yeah, exactly. I agree with Benji on that one.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what season would you rather have as a Liverpool fan? Last 4 of the Champions League?
It's not that easy.
No, but that's what I'm asking. Last 4 of the Champions League or win the Europa League?
Right.
No, what's it? Ralph,
no, but that's ridiculous. It's a collective. You can't.
I know. I'm asking, Ralph, just answer that question. What would you rather have as a Liverpool fan? Oh, Ralph's gone. Let's go to Adam, a Chelsea fan. Hi, Adam.
How we doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good. I'm in the shadows of the stand. We're about to go in.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good luck.
How much do you pay for your ticket?
25. We got on that fan something. I don't know.
That's
25
good.
euros we paid. Yeah,
that's great. That's great. It's affordable. I like that. Go on then.
Yeah. I want to ask Benty, are you happy with Arsenal's season winning nothing again? And if you're not, then why does it matter if you've had a better season than Tottenham?
Say that again. Let me see the last part of that.
Are you happy with Arsenal's season, having won nothing again? And if you're not, why does it matter if you've had a better season than Tottenham or Chelsea or anyone else?
Because I mean, that was just the topic that we were talking about. Who's had a better season? Like, it was just part of the show. But I am happy with Arsenal's season. Would I have liked us to have won a trophy? Absolutely, 100%. But if we don't win in the trophy, would I like us to be second in the Premier League behind the champions? Yes.
How long will you be happy with being second and being better than someone who's won another European trophy?
Oh, we can't really hear you.
Because I don't want to go and watch Arsenal every week and watch them get beat 22 times. That I don't want.
If you want a trophy.
Yeah, but I'm not prepared to sacrifice the fourth bottom for. Listen,
would you swap seasons?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay.
If you were giving me
just a swap.
No, if you were giving me 17th for Arsenal and Champions League, I'd snap your hand off.
And Europa League.
No, don't know. Champions League, yes. Europa League, no.
Okay. James is also a fan. Hi, Jimmy.
Hi, both. You all right?
Yeah, we're good, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Just a quick one. I've been dying to ring up the last week because I know that you think everyone's had a better season than Arsenal. Which
Not everyone.
Yeah. No, listen, Man United ain't.
But I'm just trying to help Benty a little bit here.
Okay.
So, just a really, really quick one. I'm a massive Arsenal fan. The basis I base the season off is, can I go into next season excited, looking forward to it, and hope that we could win the Premier League? You can take the mix, say second place, blah, blah, blah. But I think, yeah, I can. If you look at Tottenham, they've only played 2 decent teams in the Europa League, right? Roma and Rangers, and they're both average. They couldn't beat them. If you go through the teams that they beat, Bodo Glimt, some of the names I can't pronounce, Karabag. So that trophy, yeah, it's great. They've had a successful season winning their first trophy in 17 years. But their club's in dire straits. The manager's not guaranteed to be there any longer than a week into next season. I just think 17th in the league, that huge stadium, you know, all the money they've spent, how can we? I don't even think it's an argument. I think
James, when you say all the money they've spent, you've spent more. You spent just under 900 million.
Man, they spent a lot.
Yeah, and we spent 7. We finished 15 places above them in the most difficult league.
Yeah, but you won nothing.
Yeah, great, I get that. But
James, you both finished with Champions League football, and they've won a trophy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's not just about winning a trophy. Successful? Yes, it's not.
It's not just about that, I don't think.
It is, James. It is if you haven't.
Yeah, well, I think everyone has a bit of an opinion. I get the opinion. That's why I guess this kind of shit. But what I don't get is Arsenal are obviously in a lot of people's heads, which does make me smile a lot of the days, because Tottenham win a trophy and all the news is about Arsenal, which is great. I think that's great because ultimately it shows how much of a bigger club we are. But
no, I don't think all the news is about Arsenal. I think all the news is about...
I think maybe not all the news, but, you know, all the chats on the way home that I listen to you guys every day, and everyone's had a better season than Arsenal. If Chelsea win this conference league tonight, I don't think they've had a better season than Arsenal. Because,
what are you talking about?
Well, how can they have?
Oh my goodness! You both finish in the top 5 and they win in Europe and you win nothing, and you think you've had a better season than Chelsea?
Well, look, okay, mate. Chelsea have over-exceeded expectations.
No, is that right, James?
Yeah, but also it's not fair.
Hold on. Let James answer.
No, Conference League and Champions League is not a fair comparison.
No, but James, is that what you're saying?
I'm not. No, I'm just saying they've not had a better season. I'm saying they've probably had equal seasons. You know, we've got. I know we didn't win it, and I get that. And I, do you know what? It pains me inside. I've been going for 25 years, never seen us win a European trophy. Yeah. I'm more sick than anyone, but I was there when we beat Real Madrid 3-0. We didn't have a chance for the title, but we've come second. Next season, I guarantee you, with the top 5.
I was there when you beat Real Madrid 3-0. What? Yeah. What was that in the finals? Have I missed that? Was that in the final?
Either way, yeah.
That's what he's quoting. I was there when we beat Real Madrid 3-0.
Arsenal. Funny how you left that. It's the longest I've ever.
We've been awful.
I get that.
Right, I don't need to bring Man United to table.
No, but I want to. Rubbish.
Yeah, we have been rubbish. I've got no problem saying we've been rubbish.
Someone's put here, what's the difference between a better and successful? Again.
Well, I class it all under one umbrella.
You don't. You can't. Okay, Wigan and Birmingham. Both. Wigan and Birmingham.
Yeah, but there were negatives to their season.
No, but they still were successful because they won a trophy.
Yeah, but all the teams in my argument have all got Champions League football. That's why it balances up so well.
Yeah, okay, I get it, but still, you can't go to your stadium every single week and you lose 22 games.
In one comp. Yeah. In another one, they won it.
The biggest. And it also as well, you can't compare winning. I still think Chelsea, there's an argument for Chelsea having a better season, of course, if they win. But you can't compare competitions because one competition is easier than another.
I'm not comparing it. I'm just looking at a trophy hall.
No, but it still doesn't matter. Like if you're only in the Conference League,
yeah,
and you're playing Shamrock Rovers,
yeah, and
you've got Real Madrid, PSG, like you can't compare. Or
I'm not comparing.
You can't compare.
Oh, I haven't.
It's not fair. So there you go. So that's why the Premier League is the fairest basis.
I haven't compared it. I'm just saying who's got a better season. You've all got Champions League football.
Yeah.
Spurs have won the biggest trophy. You said that.
Arsenal.
You said that.
Arsenal.
You said Spurs.
Go on, Arsenal.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.